Hi, this is Abe Wesley. That ain't who tells it like a TIS. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like my channel, please subscribe. The topic I'm going to talk to you today about is the Real Housewives of Potomac, Karen's Grand Dame Reunion. It happened this past Sunday. It's only a two-part episode, so this past Sunday episode was episode 1. It started off with flashbacks of Karen, flashback clips of Karen when she did her Surrey County journey at the end of Real Housewives of Potomac season 6. When she did those episodes, and she became I think she became the queen of Surrey County, and they showed some of those clips back and forth, and then after that, it switched to the scene where Karen and Wade were getting ready to go to Surrey County, but Karen wanted to have a family reunion with her cousin David, which is her cousin Val's children. She gave a little lineage of family chart of her lineage. I think she had a brother Michael and Uncle Mario or something like that, and then Val was her cousin, and David is one of Val's children, along with his sister Megan, and then I think she said Sharon is Michael's daughter, is Michael's daughter, and that's one of her brothers, and then Alyssa, I think, is Mario's daughter, I think, which is her cousin, if I'm not mistaken. But I tried to write it down the best I could, and then she also said that they don't have any hotels. They don't have any hotels in Surrey County, so they were gonna go to her Mercaco, and they were gonna rent a big house for them to stay in for that one night, and then after that they were gonna drive to Surrey. And so while her and Ray and Raven were packing, she also introduced Raven, and they showed clips of Raven where Raven was traveling all over the world, from London to this place to that place. And I was surprised Raven was doing all that traveling, because last time I seen Raven, she was on her way off to college. But I guess because of everything that happened to the pandemic and a lot of stuff was closed, I guess she just decided to travel around the world. But anyway, Megan looks real good. I liked it. Megan and Karen in their confessional looks. But back to the show, they showed them driving to the hotel, and they showed them arriving at the hotel, and Raven was saying, "Ooh, that this hotel is pretty. Looks nice. It looks nice. They're gonna like it here." And she said, "Yeah." And then Ray had kind of said in the confessional that Val was kind of upset with Karen for a while, because Karen left and went to Potomac while Val had to stay and work off the ranch and do the ranch. And so when it got back to that, they showed the next scene. They showed David and they showed David, Megan, Alyssa, and Sharon in the car driving to the hotel. And then when they got to the hotel, Karen decided to give them some dinner, and the dinner was some pizza, and they were looking all kind of funny, and they were all dressed in the same night garments, and then they went to sleep. And then they showed the next day where Karen was Karen and her daughter Raven was sliding down the stairs, and then Ray was looking funny at them, and then Raven said in her confessionals, "Me and my mom, we're always giving our daddies a headache." And so Ray was smiling at him, and so after that they went down stairs to eat breakfast, and they were getting ready to eat breakfast, and here come Karen talking about, "Yeah, me and Ray were knocking the boots last night. David hurried up and ran out the kitchen attention. And then he said, we don't want to hear that. We don't want to. And I was saying, yeah, Karen, either that was a slip of a tongue, or you just trying to show young people that old people can do it too. But even old people don't want to see it on TV, Karen. And me and you are around the same age. That might be maybe a year or two older, but Karen, we don't want to hear that on the TV. But anyway, after that, they got to talking about having the family reunion party to get everybody acquainted with everybody else, because since the family hadn't seen each other in years. And Karen was saying in a confessional, the only time they get together is for a wedding or a funeral, and most of the time it's a funeral. And she said they hadn't been together, in a while, and stuff like that. And so she was saying that she was gonna have some kind of hors d'oeuvres and a big food and a big party and stuff. She said it was gonna be real nice and it was gonna be elegant. And they were saying, the young people were saying, Karen, you always put on good parties and stuff like that. I'm gonna pause it for a minute. I'm back. After Karen tells her cousin David, Megan, Alyssa, and Sharon about the plans for the party, David brings up that they need to talk to Karen about something. And Karen said, well, what do you need to talk to me about? And David said, well, we want you to talk to our mother about turning over the farm to us. And she said, what? Turning over the farm to us? She said, I thought you and your mom already had plans in motion. And she said, well, we don't know. And David said, well, I've been working on the farm ever since I was a little boy. And then Megan said, I've been working on the farm a lot, and we have been putting working to the farm. And then Sharon said, well, I haven't been working on the farm as much as the rest of them, but I do agree that's a part of my legacy, and then that's a part of my future. And Alyssa was saying kind of the same thing, and then Karen was saying, well, farming is not, and farming is, she went a little back then, she said farming is not as good as it used to be. She said, back in the day, people could make a whole lot of money, off of farming, but she said now farming is not making as much money as it used to be, especially for black farmers anyway. And so she said, well, David, what would you think? Y'all are gonna do about the farm? He said, well, we wanna turn it into a winery. Some parts of it to a winery to come into the future and stuff. And a lot of people do make money off of buying and selling wine. And so she said, well, why come y'all can't talk to him? And then that's when Alyssa, I think it was Alyssa or Megan, said, well, you could talk to Val a little bit more than us, and stuff. And so she said, well, yeah, okay, I guess I'm ready for the challenge. And stuff like that. And so after that, it switched to the next scene where everybody was arriving for the party and stuff like that, and the event looked pretty, and everybody was dressed up classy and stuff. And then that's when Karen asked David. She said, "Is your mom Val coming?" He said, "Yeah, Val coming." She said, "Oh, she's coming." He said, "Yeah, she bringing a friend." He said, "Oh, she bringing a friend." He said, "Yeah, she got a boyfriend." And Karen told David, "Well, your mom is still young and pretty. She can have a boyfriend if she want to." It's like David didn't want to hear it. And then, like I said, everybody was arriving, and then Karen's brother Michael showed up to the party, and the only person that they were waiting on was Val. And then Val finally came in, and when Val came in with her date, David was so upset and mad, and he was talking about, Chris, you dating my mama, Chris? And then they were saying, what's going on, David? Talking about Chris. I know Chris. Chris is a friend of mine. He plays in a band at the church. And they were saying, I guess Karen them had told the producers that David was 20 years younger than Val, so Val must be my age, around maybe 59, 60. But he's in his 40s. But and they talking about, oh yeah, young tenderoni. But David was just so upset. He went in the room, turned his head and stuff, and Karen and the rest of the family was looking all funny at David and stuff. And then while the party was going on, Karen asked Val would she mind having a conversation with her, and Val said okay. And so Val, they went into the other room, and she was just about to sit Val down and have a conversation. And before Karen could say anything, here come Val talking about she got a whole lot of guns and she like guns, and she named her guns. And Karen said, "Huh? What? You named your guns?" She said, "Yeah, I named my guns. One of my guns." Named Buster Brown and something else." And Karen said, okay. And then Val said, "Well, Karen, what do you want to talk about?" Karen said, "Oh, that's all right, that's all right. We'll go back into the party." And then the producers asked Karen. They were saying, "Karen, did you chicken out?" Karen said, "Yeah, I chicken out." She said that wasn't the time to be talking about the succession part. And then next thing you know, David brought up they should go fishing. And so the family decided to go fishing, and so they were trying to catch fish, and Karen took a long time catching the fish, and she couldn't catch a fish, and so Karen said, "Val, let's take a break. Let's take a break from fishing." And she said, "Okay." She said, "Val, I want to talk to you about something." And then Val said, "What do you want to talk about, Karen?" She said, "Well, the kids came to me saying that they want to know your plans for the farm, your succession plans for the farm, or what are you going to do with the farm?" She said, "I already got my plans in motion." She said, but did you tell the kids? Do the kids know that?" She said, "But what are the kids thinking about doing to the farm?" She said, "They thinking about bringing it into the future. They mentioned something about a winery and stuff like that." And then the show ended after that, and Val was looking funny. So I guess part two is gonna be about them having a family reunion and partying. This is A. Wesley. That ain't you tells it like a Ti is. I am out.